So I'm now here with businessman Mark Wright, and you also all know him from The Apprentice. Now, Mark, you've actually had a dream to be in business from when you were very young. Well, you're still very young, but when you were even younger.
Getting a bit older now, but yeah, that's right. My dream was to be in business, and when I was younger, I didn't know what type of business, but I knew I wanted to make money, and I knew I wanted to build something. For me, the most important thing is building a legacy, and when I look at my business now, and it's got 2 offices and 30 staff, it's now more important than the money, and now I know which type of business I want to be in.
What were the main difficulties that you came across when you started out?
The main difficulty I came across when I started was I was too young. No one wanted to give me money, no one would give me premises, no staff wanted to work with me because I was 19 and 20 years old. So getting trust of people was really, really hard. But now as I'm getting a bit older and your business is more established, it's gotten easier. But that's the main battle I faced.
Now, many people at that stage would already get discouraged and maybe give up on their dream, but what was it that kept you actually going?
It was my deep down desire, and I knew how good my ideas were. I knew how sharp I was as a person. And do you know what? Young people are just as smart as older people, and I just wanted to get that through to people. And a good investor and a good older investor will always know that young people are the future, and they've got most of the new ideas.
Now, you were turned down by quite a few banks for when you went to them with your business idea. What was that like for you?
It was really, really hard because in my head and in my hands, I thought I had a great business plan. Now, we know that I went on to win The Apprentice and Lord Sugar agreed that was a great business plan, but 4 banks turned me down before then, saying that same business plan wasn't worth investing in. So I think the key is if you look at all the great businesses and all the great things of our time, they failed hundreds of times before. I only failed 4 times. So you need to be resilient and you need to keep going.
And tell us about your experience on The Apprentice, because I mean, from watching it, it looks really hard anyway, but from your talk here today, it was much, much harder than what we even see on screen.
I mean, I wish I could get across, and I think my talk does a bit of it, but how grueling it actually is. The days are long, you're not fed much, the tasks are really, really hard. I mean, on TV, you see a snippet of what's 24 hours of really hard work, and the other contestants are very, very sharp, really motivated people, and you're up against the elements all the time. So it's much harder than it looks, but I loved it, and I do it every day of the week again.
Now, I just want to ask you about mentoring as well, Mark, because obviously you've got a great mentor in Lord Sugar. Why do you think it's so important to get mentoring?
I think mentoring is the most important thing in business because mentors have been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. I can ring Lord Sugar up, and I'm so lucky I can phone him up and say, this has happened today, how I deal with it, and he's seen it 10 times before. So where if I didn't have that, I'd probably make the wrong decision or a mistake, he's able to guide me and make sure that the business makes the right move and it doesn't cost much money and we're able to keep trading. And that's been the most critical thing, to have someone and sit down and say, look, I feel like this or this is happening, and he's able to help me get through it.
So I know you're still aiming high. What are your future plans?
Well, I mean, Climb Online's done so well in our first year. We're already one of the most successful apprentice businesses ever. We're looking to double in size this year and move internationally. We'd love to open an office in Dubai, Australia, and America.
Okay, thanks very much,
Mark.
Mark.
Very much. Cheers. Thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Chrissy B, and my show is all about improving your mental health and being happy. Join me every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. on my channel Sky 203. Visit chrissybshow.tv for more information and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chrissy B Show. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Chrissy B Show and on our Facebook page, The Chrissy B Show.